welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. So pull up a chair, get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather around my table. For today's pick a card topic, we're looking at a connection on your mind. And this might be a no contact at this time because we're asking the question, how do they feel? Are they going to return to you? What does the future of this connection hold? So will they return to you? We do have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 here with the frog and the lotus with the green stone. Pile number 2 with the cat and the lavender with the red stone. Pile number 3 with the rooster and the sunflower with the clear quartz stone. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting today from Spirit. And I'm going to jump into pile number 1. I want to welcome back all of my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys for your beautiful comments, and thank you so much for all of you who have entered for your chance to win a free reading. Congratulations to this month's winner. Be sure to drop your comment below because I will be drawing a new name soon. And all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, hit your notification bell, your like button, drop me a comment below so that if I notify you that you are chosen the winner, we can get the ball rolling and you can reach out to me via one of my links. I will notify you via the comment section, but I do give clear indications on how to reach out to me so we can get the ball rolling and you won't get scammed by people posing as the Tarot Cottage. So be sure to protect yourself. I only have one YouTube channel. I only have one Instagram account. I do not send unsolicited DMs, so be sure to protect yourself from people who are posing as the Tarot Cottage or other tarot related content here or on Instagram. But pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, today's topic is all about the person on your mind and are they going to return to you? What does the future of this connection hold? Pile 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the green stone here, the green aventurine. You're also drawn to the frog and the lotus and the metamorphosis card, and this is your reading. Will they return to you? What can you expect from the future of this connection? Now, the frog here, it looks like a leopard frog to me, or what I would have called a leopard frog growing up. And it says the frog and the lotus metamorphosis. So they are speaking about compassion. And you can see the lily pads too. They're speaking about sort of maybe stepping stones, taking stepping stones perhaps to their next step in this connection or the future. They're also asking you to trust in your intuition. With the frog card, sometimes it can be a card of clearance, making clearance for growth, which might be a necessity in this connection to get the two of you together. It may also be a necessity for you overall, depending on the future and what this connection may have in store for you. I'm going to use the Disney Villains Tarot for you today, pile 1. What is currently going on in this connection? Are they going to return to pile number 1? What can they expect in the future of this connection on their mind? Will they return to you? What is currently happening at this time? The 4 of Cups. We have the King of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the 6 of Swords. Back of the deck, we do have the Ace of Wands, and they're showing us the Fool as well. And I'm going to clarify as I go forward here. What is happening in this connection? Are they going to return to pile number 1? What does the future hold? We have the Knight of Wands. We do have the 2 of Swords, and it's coming out just like that. So we're just going to place it like that. Page of Pentacles. It almost feels like you've been waiting for this communication. You've been waiting for a call, pile 1. And the Spirit understands why you're attracted to this person. Like, I feel like they are maybe even physically very, very attractive. Like they are presenting themselves like a Gaston. And it's like everyone wanted to be Gaston. Everybody wanted to be with Gaston. But he did have some qualities that were less than favorable when it came to the emotional abilities. We have the 9 of Cups. This person does present themselves to be a little bit of a collector. maybe collector of admirers or collector of people, but a little bit of a smug personality coming through with the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups here. It's like they know that they can be passive and still get attention. And this could just be in general or be in your connection itself, because there's been times where they have not been honest with you. I'm hearing the term liar, liar. There have been times when you felt ignored, and then all of a sudden they're there. It's like maybe you've been ignored for a time, and then they're there showing a lot of interest, almost like love bombing. You have the World, and we have this 10 of Pentacles. Back of deck is the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords showing itself. A very powerful message for you, Pile 1, today. Because Spirit doesn't like the way this person sometimes makes you feel. Sometimes they make you feel amazing. And sometimes they make you feel terrible. It's like that old Alicia Keys song, Falling. It's like when it's like, sometimes you make me feel so good and sometimes you make me feel so terrible. And there's an emphasis here on waiting for their call. The first piece of advice or the first piece of information that your guides have for you is that it is not over with this person. So if you are in disconnect at this time, Spirit does think that they are going to come back around. There will be more communication. The communication that comes in, or the opportunity that comes in, feels very physical. This could be like an impulsive sexual connection. They're coming in hot, is what Spirit's saying. They're coming in hot. But they also are trying to gently warn you about maybe their intentions. They don't necessarily have intentions towards commitments at this moment in time. Now, they may not come forward out and say that because they feel like their looks, or there's just something about them that they have a lot of charisma, or they're really good looking. They're just able to come in and do a little bit of love bombing, and that distracts us enough to include ourselves in the cycle, because that's very enticing with this Knight of Cups. So there is more information coming from this person. The two of you are going to connect again. This next connection could be a physical connection. You could get sexual with this person. Could just be communication. But Spirit is really highlighting here these 7 of Cups and some of the emotional confusion that actually this person, oops, I dropped it. This person is suffering from some emotional confusion. So it's like they have a habit of having really great opportunities and then sabotaging them, if I'm honest. Because they actually have things from the past that influence them and make them feel vulnerable. And instead of dealing with that vulnerability, they spread it around like a hot potato. They're really good at putting masks on and masking that vulnerability and sort of transmuting it into something more, like transmuting it into a powerful, smug approach where they are sort of collecting and not giving their heart fully to anyone in this moment. So all of this information comes in so that you, first of all, look beyond the immediate appearances of feeling ignored and overlooked by this person, because Spirit's trying to give you a frame of reference to explain why they are the way that they are. So you don't look at that and say, well, something's wrong with me. What's wrong with me? Because there's nothing wrong with you. You present a beautiful opportunity, and they're going to want that opportunity again. But your guides are advising you to make sure that you are moving into this frog and lotus energy and showing compassion to yourself, because you're shifting and changing, you're growing. And this energy with the frog is really giving me a clearance for growth. Their actions towards you are going to be very telling. They could be very physical, but it could stop at the physical act. They may not have the ability to move into a relationship, for instance. They may not have the desire at this time to move into commitment. And this is going to be very revealing in the next cycle that you experience with this person. I do feel like they are going to come forward within the next couple of weeks, to be honest, for someone watching. The next couple of months for some, but the next couple of weeks, perhaps 6 weeks, you may see some energy coming in, some communication coming in online specifically. And I also am, again, I'm getting the sense that this person may be playing the field a little bit. So your guides are offering you that information too, so that that's a part of the full spectrum. Now you'll also notice right underneath the 10 of Cups is the 10 of Swords. And this can feel very conflicting. One's very abundant and one's very limiting. But the clarity here is what they want to show you, the full spectrum of this rainbow, because they don't want you to fall into despair despite the lack of momentum. They're encouraging you to see the truth, because perhaps that might require you to end the cycle eventually. Now the cycle is not ending in this cycle. They are saying there's going to be more communication, and what you do with that opportunity is yours to maneuver and they will walk with you no matter what. They are saying that this person was very intentional to cross your path because this is a part of your awakening. It's a part of you to kind of almost being hypnotized by attraction and being able to trust your intuition, your frog energy here, to rise above that sort of momentary immediate attraction, to see the discernible truth, and then to step outside of your comfort zones accordingly. Now, you may also feel enticed to take a leap of faith with this person and really jump into a physical connection with them in the next couple of months. But again, even that will be enlightening. Here is a ship that's on the bottom of the sea. And so even the enlightenment, even if we jump into it, we feel inspired, we feel attracted, we jump in with both feet, absolutely your guides are going to be there to follow you. They're going to be there to help you draw out as many lessons. And they say the clarity is still waiting for you here. They do say that this person kind of has a bit of a strategy. Again, it's kind of physical, it's kind of sexual, the strategy that they're going to apply when they do come forward. But it is not over yet. They are going to return to you, but you may decide that this return is not permanent. You may decide that this is going to be a temporary return. We have here the energy is gaining momentum. The waxing moon. And they're asking us, what are we trying to manifest out of our relationship cycles? And how does this person fall in line with that manifestation? Are they able to contribute to the manifestation of what we're trying to manifest in our love realm? We have here, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. I feel like this person could be a fire sign. They could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I think they are letting pride get in their own way. So don't let pride get in your way when it comes to receiving and love what you truly deserve. Be bold and make the first move. So if you feel like this communication is taking too long to come in, again, I feel like you've been waiting for it. Here's the hyenas waiting for that energy to come in. You may decide that you're tired of that wait and you may take action. The clarity is still waiting for you. We have meditate and contemplate. You can see too the new moon in Pisces energy, but it's reminding me of these fish chasing each other in circles. So kind of being stuck in a bit of a loop with this person as well. And your guides are encouraging you to reflect upon how to move yourself out of that loop, so you can continue to advance, continue to create clearance for growth, continue to be like that lotus and expand. And they are again highlighting the lily pad, that although this could be a really fun cycle for you, you may decide that this person's just a stepping stone to your next chapter. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. So they are going to return, pile 1. It may not be a permanent return. Your eyes are going to be wide open. You're going to see some sort of truth that will be revealed to you. Emperor energy, Aries energy coming forward now in the bowl. 6 of Cups and the Queen of Wands. You have been kept waiting. You might have been waiting significantly over the last couple of months as well. There is going to be a return, some type of reunion here in the situation, but they still feel like the Divine Masculine might be a little bit unable to be as generous with you in this next chapter of love that you require. But again, even that in and of itself is kind of, the revelation of that is a bit of a gift, because once we realize and accept the revelation of that truth, we're able to kind of claim our sovereignty and keep moving forward. So they were going to come forward, but there's also a passivity to their actions afterwards. We do have the big owl. I think of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We have the 6 honey cells filled with the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants, or the hospital scrubs. I do think of hospital scrubs as well. When I think of the 6 cells of honey, I think about 6 of Pentacles in the karmic loop. We have D and E. We also have here Temptation from the Divine Feminine, the Mermaid, and we have the Ambulance. Now, I just heard Ambulance Chaser. So they could be referencing like the law realm, but they're also speaking about, Divine Feminine and wanting to heal, wanting to almost, fix the Divine Masculine in some way. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. Hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can even come back and drop me a comment. I would love to hear your story. Be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below as well. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the red stone. You're also drawn to the cat here, the cat and the lavender, independence, and this is your reading. Will the person on your mind return to you? What is the future of this connection? Now, you can see that the cat here says independence, and I do think of claiming our independence. There's also a feeling of a familiar energy, of like having a familiar, if you're like a witch, for instance. So this could be sort of a cycle that you've experienced multiple times with this person. They're also showing this lavender energy, and they just showed me wheat associated with the lavender. They just said harvest time. So let's take a look and see. I'm going to use the, what's it called? The Herb Crafter's Tarot. Sorry, I was just trying to stretch to see the name of this deck. We have here the Hierophant coming out. We're going to put it upright, but it sort of came in limbo, so we'll remember that. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. We have the Star. Lots of Taurus and Aquarius energy coming through. We have the Five of Cups. Back of deck is the Four of Swords. We're also looking at the Two of Fire as well. Let's clarify as we go forward here, please. Are they going to return to pile number 2? And interesting, lavender here, the Four of Air lavender, and here's lavender as well. The Tower. The Seven of Wands. I feel like in this case, there's a lot more than just emotional confusion that is an obstacle in this situation. But the emotional confusion may be the obstacle for you. We have the Ten of Swords. Five of Swords. Page of Wands. Ace of Swords. Here's Four of Pentacles now with the Queen of Pentacles. So, pile 2, I have a really powerful message for you. You could be a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You don't have to be, of course. We have a lot of Taurus energy coming through, a lot of Aquarius energy coming through. And they're highlighting lavender for you multiple times from 2 separate decks here. They want you to know that lavender is a very healing energy. It also is very protective, a very protective element. And so your guides are treading softly with this message because they love you so much and you have a beautiful, fragile heart, but they're trying to protect you from something. So they are talking about not wanting to disappoint you with this reading because they always want to empower you, but they feel like you've been waiting a long time to see change. And they've been waiting a long time to have this epiphany be available to you, or for you to see it, for you to make change. Because they say the emotional confusion, again, is your obstacle. And in this moment, you're holding on to a hope for this person that could be limiting you in the future. And so they are encouraging you to release that expectation because they feel it might be unrealistic to expect this person to come forward. And even if they come forward, it might be unrealistic for them to give you what you need, ultimately. And they're speaking here about, I don't know if you live near water or you can get near water. They're talking about water as an inspiration source. And they're highlighting, you know, that there's this poem going around for a while online about how water is God and God is water, and it's both above us and below us. It's inside of us, it's around us. And so they're talking about getting inspired by your guides, getting inspired by source. First of all, getting inspired by some of the conflict that this creates, because what happens when we get inspired and we go into this place of reflection is that spirit brings our hard truths to our awareness. And that's what they're trying to do here about this connection, that you've been waiting a long time and the wait stinks. They're showing cacao, they're showing the process of taking it from the cocoa bean all the way to chocolate and how it has to go through that fermentation process. And that could be what you've been experiencing, is going through this process of wait that really stinks. It doesn't feel good. And you deserve to feel good. And they feel the grief that comes in after this message with the Five of Cups, but you can see it says golden seal, and there's this beautiful flexible fence. It looks like a temporary fence as well that's protecting these, what look like, I think they're supposed to be golden seal. To me, they look like wild strawberries. And every time I see a strawberry, I think of the star energy, and I think about healing and reflection and changing directions. And so they're talking about a truth that might sting in relation to this person and whether or not they're going to return to you. Spirit feels like it is unrealistic that they are going to return to you at this time. But they're also saying that there's something more important for them to talk about during this period too, because while you're still healing, while you still may be maintaining this desire, this hope, they're encouraging you to claim your independence, because they say they're actually protecting you from something here. They're protecting you from negative outcomes that perhaps won't aid you in your journey in any way. And ultimately, they're also saying that you have something new that's going to be explorable. They say you may be going online soon, or you may already be online doing an online dating thing. And they're saying that you're conflicted about that because part of you wants to stay available here. And part of you wants to go exploring, and they want you to lean towards the exploration. They say that there is new energies that are going to lead to change in this exploration that is going to shine a new light on the feelings that you had on this person originally, the original person on your mind. So they're talking about the internet, they're talking about exploration, they're talking about the hurdle being our emotional confusion here, but they're asking for a determination towards your power, towards your abundance. And they are saying that this person, again, there's a familiarity to the energy. Maybe they've been in this loop with you for a while. Maybe they've kind of shown a consistency to non-consistency. And so now this is exactly what they're saying. Claim your independence so that your guides in the universe can really correspond to the nature of that energy shift, and they can bring you someone in that matches it. They feel you moving and shifting directions in the future in love. They feel you moving into a new profound relationship, a committed relationship. You could even be moving cities. So there's a reason why this isn't going to work out, because they're asking you to change the plan, or they're saying that this is not a part of the grandiose plan. This is just a part of the journey for you. They see you in commitment cycles. They see you very settled, very secure with your match. But this person just may not be your match at this time. And they understand that this involves a period of grief, and they don't blame you for that. They are going to be standing right beside you during this period of grief, but they're asking for flexibility, because they say that grief is just temporary. And what this Ten of Swords and the release of this Ten of Swords is going to do for you is allow you to start a brand new cycle. Now, they do feel like this brand new cycle could be right around the corner for you. And again, there is a message about online dating or online exploration, or in the very least, just the exploration is part of the healing, going out and looking for something new. I feel like you're going to be doing that while you're kind of still a little bit holding on to the potential in this connection. Spirit, again, says it may be unlikely, but they have epiphanies waiting for you. Epiphanies waiting for you as to why. It's like you're going to go on the other side of all of this upheaval, and you're going to be in a new relationship, and you're going to be understanding at that point why this energy that you had your heart set upon didn't come to fruition for you. We have here by the book, number 11. And you can see that all of these, there's endurance here. So you've endured, you've pushed through. There's past life energy that I'm picking up on. But all of these trunks are down. And they're talking about how luck is not on our side in this case. But they're also speaking about how after we get out of this round and round circle, we're able to experience a brand new energy. And we're no longer in the desert here. We have the building blocks coming through. A part of your foundation, but only a part of it, because we have loyal heart and new life waiting for you. Number 39, number 11 again. So once we kind of move away from that, we come out of our egg, we break through all the new potential, and we break through into a brand new life where there's two loyal hearts staring at each other. Again, there's the person that's coming forward for you in love, I feel like you could have a similar sign as them. You could both be air signs, you could both be earth signs, or have a combination that's very similar, but you're matched perfectly in the future. Spirit just feels like you need to have a slight modification to your expectations because they still see you abundant in love. They just want you to claim your independence when it comes to this connection on your mind. So they don't feel like there will be a return here. But the truth is, it says here, look at the bigger picture, and luck is actually on your side. New moon in Sagittarius, a very strong fire element here. So even though it doesn't feel like luck is on our side, Spirit's like luck is actually on your side. They're saving you from something. They're protecting you from something. So now they're asking you, what do you need to release? You may have been trying to manifest this connection, but now they're asking you to shift to independence and asking you, what do you need to release? And what ways can they help you? Because they're asking to join you on that journey. But of course, you need to invite them into your space. But what do you need to release in order to move into something much more fruitful? How to? Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. In the bowl, Queen of Wands, she was actually in the bowl in that same position in pile 1. There could be a message waiting for you there. We have the Three of Wands reversed, but we have the Star of Aquarius. Now you may feel like it's like, why did I waste my time? Why am I wasting my time with this person? But Spirit wants us to understand that not a moment or not a drop of your experience is going to go to waste. It's going to be used to build your resolves, your strength, your wisdom codes. And so although you feel like you've been waiting, there's been some frustrations in these delays, Spirit's trying to change your direction. They're trying to into something more abundant, into something that's going to make you feel like you've been delivered into something more abundant. Again, internet aspect coming through as well. We have the boot, the Monopoly boot. I think of Divine Masculine. I do think of that song, These Boots Are Made for Walking. This is just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are going to walk all over you. We have the Giant Sword here too for the Divine Feminine. Clarity, Ace of Swords, new perspectives, new initiatives. The letter T, a phone off the hook. Peace reversed in the bowl, so a lack of clarity from this person too, but even that lack of clarity is our clarity. We also have the Dragon. I think of the ego. Ego not wanting to let go of a hoard, something that we're hoarding onto. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below as well. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the clear quartz heart and to the rooster and the sunflower, and this is your reading. Will the person on your mind return to you? What is the future of this connection? Now, the rooster and the sunflower says communication. You can see that it's a big rooster sitting here with these. The sunflower is a symbol of clarity. We have all these leaves of change. So this could be a very good sign about somebody taking action, perhaps the Divine Masculine taking action. But let's take a look here. Pile number 3, please. What can you expect out of the future of this connection? Are they going to return to you? What does the future hold in this connection? We have the Death energy and the High Priestess coming reversed, starting out your reading. I believe this is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Moon. Coming out with the Five of Pentacles. Will they return to pile number 3, please? We have the Two of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we have the Devil. We also have the Three of Pentacles, and I'm going to clarify as I go forward as needed. Can we clarify, please, the Death and the High Priestess in the reverse position? Three of Cups. The Strength. Lots of Leo energy coming through here. Capricorn. Aries energy coming through as well. 3 of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. This is a very passionate connection. We have the Sun. Back of the deck is the Empress. Okay, underneath that we have Tower energy. Now, first of all, I get the sense that the Empress has really grown and changed since perhaps the disconnect. And this is going to become very apparent in the future of this connection. The ways in which you've grown, the ways in which you've matured is going to become very apparent because there is more to come here. Now, when we talk about a return, your guides say that this might be up to you. This might be up to what you want to see progressed from this connection in the future, because clarity will be the key to success, and there is going to be further communication here. I do feel like you've been wanting it and waiting for it, but Spirit says you're going to get it eventually. Now, they're talking about a really passionate reunion that could lead to a new relationship, if I'm honest with you. But that's why they're kind of warning you a little bit, because they're talking about communication being the key and making sure that you are going into this next chapter in this connection with an open mind, an open heart. Make sure that you're going forward with clarity and honesty, because they say that there's such a powerful physical connection that sometimes it blocks out our good judgment. It's like we'll be so happy about the reunion that we'll forget what caused the separation in the first place. And they say that adjustments are required if we don't want to end up right back where we were at the very beginning, right back to where we started. So they are predicting reunions are coming for you here, Pile 3, which is wonderful. And clarity can be the key to our success. But they're speaking about what wove our destiny up to this point. Was it insecurity? Was it what was it that created the disconnect? What can we do to adjust that now? And they say that you can't do their work for you, but you've worked on yourself quite a bit. And so they really want you to reference how sometimes this person and their actions did contribute to your insecurity. And that could happen again in the future of this connection. So how are you going to ward off that you've grown, you've changed, but how are you going to apply yourself differently here so that you can feel confident as you move through the next chapter of this connection? We have the end game here being the Four of Pentacles, but they're bringing it right back here to the Death and the Three of Cups, because I always separate this little column on my own here. But they're speaking about how you may feel there's still passion, there's still more to come, but you may feel a little bit vulnerable, a little bit guarded about opening yourself up completely, about being vulnerable in this connection because of past influences. I feel like the two of you have so much fun together, and I feel like there's almost like a friendship that exists here between the two of you. You're very different, but that's why you work well together, especially even in the physical department. You work really well together. But they're also saying that maybe you want more than just expansion physically. Maybe you want more than just, going out and having fun. Maybe you want commitment cycles. Maybe that's what you're looking for here. So they are saying that communication is coming. More clarity is coming, maybe more relationship, more physical aspects of your relationship are coming. But there's also the necessity at this point to kind of put some effort into the benchmarks, the moments that led us to the disconnect, to put some effort into what led to those disconnects in the first place. So there will still be a call to action, but there will be a reunion here. And that's why they're just bringing up kind of the passionate side, the attraction that you feel, because that can cloud us. That can make us feel, so excited about the reunion that we forget ourselves and we forget why we disconnected in the first place. But your guides are saying there is more to come. And in this moment, they say that you're waiting. There's an aspect of waiting for these energies to be revealed. And they do encourage you to be sort of like the wild rose, be wild, be free. Give yourself the permission to be unashamedly yourself, because that's what you're setting yourself up for in this reconnection, so that you can move forward in this connection perhaps together while you are being unapologetically yourself and not having to jump through hoops of anyone's expectations. But also know that this person's coming back very passionately, and they may have to adjust as well, or adjustments may be required for them too in their actions and their behaviors, and we can't micromanage that. So they're speaking about your eyes being wide open as you explore this connection for perhaps a second time. Maybe there's more times than just the second time that we're revisiting this connection, but there is still more to come here. It feels like it's going to, I feel like it's going to be reignited in a very passionate way, pile 3. And there isn't a reference to the rooster here trying to protect the hen house, trying to protect kind of the investment. There could perhaps be like the necessity for them to prove themselves to you in that way. Because I feel like you've had to step into this rooster mentality, even if you're the divine feminine, to protect yourself. And so you could even be a little bit guarded, or a little bit like you might allow the passion, but you may kind of put the brakes on when it comes to actually moving into a relationship, because you're feeling vulnerable. And your guides want you to know that you have freedom of choice. They're not predicting this because you have to go into another physical relationship, or you have to go into any type of relationship with this person. They're just giving you the full information so you can make the decision based on your highest good. We have here chaos and conflict. They're highlighting here the Tower here too. It's like, again, permanent changes and epiphanies. Like, I feel like this Tower energy is all about your revelations and how you've changed a little bit. Your expectations have changed. Your desires, your needs have changed. And maybe even your reactions to this person will have changed as well. They are speaking here about the necessity to rebuild from square one. We can't patch up the old tower. We need to start a new foundation based on new expectations, new principles. Otherwise, we could be kind of stuck in a loop. We do have here TikTok. And because of this loop, it's actually because of this loop that we're actually getting a resurgence in the connection. So this is actually a good turn of events if we do want it to come back around to us. It's actually good that we're in a bit of a trench right now to bring it back forward. But now we have to operate like the tower has fallen. It's like we're coming back around, but all of the scenery is different. So we have to plant a new garden. But it is not over. The issue is that the obstacles that led to your disconnect, they're also perhaps still present, or they might still be kind of inside us, festering away. We have a blessed coming forward here, and they're talking about feeling abundant, feeling blessed with a positive affirmation, feeling blessed with clarity in the very least in this connection. And we have a leg up. So poised for change. So there is more to come. Now there's a feeling about boundaries with the polar bear, the Queen of Swords, I think of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini as well with the polar bear. They're talking about boundaries, and maybe you creating boundaries, or the divine feminine creating boundaries. It's almost like the next chapter in this connection, you're both going to have to be equally generous with each other. You're both going to have, and I feel like you might actually need a little bit of a boost in the right direction, or you might need a bit of a confidence boost from this person, or some assurance from this person coming forward. I also feel like timing could be a factor here. We'll try to get a time frame for you as well. A personal issue is going to reach a resolution, but you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone this time around so we don't end up back in a loop. Back of the deck says it's a time to give rather than to take, and we just saw that light up card as well. And they are encouraging giving communication, being open and honest, and making sure we're not holding back for fear of rocking the boat. Now let's get a time frame for pile number 3, please. When can they expect a return? I am reading for the collective, so please take these messages as they resonate. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. So there's talking about like false starts, frustrating delays that have come in already from this connection, or that you may experience as well. There's a Knight of Pentacles. And this is like perhaps really strong delays. Like the Knight is a movement knight, but he's very slow moving. But honestly, I feel like the delay in and of itself has served you well, because it's going to help you to rise above everything, to see things from a perspective of your highest good. So there's a purpose to the delays as well. There's a Seven of Pentacles, a few more delays as well. Again, you may feel like it's a wrench in your plans, or that you're kind of impatient, but it's actually the chosen tool. Spirit says the weight is the chosen tool so that you can solidify your position. So you can prepare for the type of change that you want to see here. We have the Six of Wands, we have the Hierophant. You know, I'm getting a time frame of about, for someone watching, I'm getting a time frame about 6 to 7 months. I do feel like there could be reunions in place within the next year or two for someone watching as well. So that seems like a very strong time frame away, but you may have already been waiting for a year, for instance. It's like you're already in the midst of that wait. But there could be a 6-month time frame coming through. Here's the Moon. They're encouraging the Divine Feminine, especially if you're a water sign, they're encouraging the Divine Feminine, Scorpio energy to prepare now for the changes. To start to, and that, because you're such a huge part of the momentum, you are the momentum in action, and so you will be at the core of that push, of the core of that momentum being propelled forward. They're giving me a 6 to 10 month time frame. That could even be, again, this, because I'm reading for the collective, I have multiple energies coming in. The most important thing during this time frame is to claim your independence. To claim your independence. Here's the Seven of Swords. Here's the Three of Swords. And because they still feel like you're reeling from pain, insecurity from the past, so that's why they don't feel like now would be the time for this person to come forward, and it could be very intentional that that delay is happening, because ultimately you could, again, get distracted by the excitement of the reunion. And we still haven't dealt with the Seven of Swords and this Three of Swords. We haven't dealt with the conflict that we're still carrying with heartbreak from the past. And so there's a necessity for us to be honest with ourselves about that conflict first, so that we go into this new opportunity with a clear and level mind. And almost an aspect of protection surrounding us as well. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Oh, we have one that jumped out of the bowl. The Four of Cups. Feeling overlooked, feeling ignored at this present moment. Oops, we got 4 coming out too. Star reversed. Again, feeling kind of depressed and overlooked, ignored. Seven of Wands. Three of Cups. And I feel like that's very triggering to be ignored by this person. Very, very triggering. So for them to come forward in this moment when you're feeling very triggered, again, we may perhaps make decisions that are not based on our highest good and just based on what our ego really wants in that moment as well. So your guides want you to know that there will be reasons to celebrate. There is a reunion on the horizon. But in this moment, they're trying to ask you to call back some of that energy that is monopolizing you and making you feel like you are not worthy, or making you feel hopeless. We have the Hammer. We also have here the next to a little teddy bear. So I do think about youth, children, of course, and I think about emotional immaturity. We have R, V, and P. We have the turtle on his back. I do think of very slow moving energy. We also have here the Divine Feminine, the Empress with the mermaid in the bowl, and I think of temptation. But it's also the gray, so I think of Virgo. They're speaking about taking baby steps as well, not getting tempted to be lured into the darkness or being lured into helplessness or depression. We also have here the Red Cross energy and Kundalini awakening. They're talking about temperance and patience being the virtue. All right, pile 3, this is what I have for you today. I hope it resonates, and I'm praying for you. If you would like to be interested in winning a free tarot reading, be sure to drop your comment below for your chance to win, and be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below as well, and I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.